What is going on, PokeMoshPit? This is ManOfSteele93 here, bringing you a new black and white Wi-Fi battle. This is a great battle that I had against a cool guy. His name is Antar1011. Let's just jump right into the battle, because it was fantastic. So, I lead off here with my Trick Scarf Uxie. It's a support set and has Trick and Choice Scarf, and it's fantastic. However, I think he leads off here with his Wash Rotom, and I think that he's going to be Scarf too, so I just go straight for the Thunder Wave. And since he did outspeed me, he is definitely Scarfed. And because Uxie is just so bulky and amazingly awesome, it is going to be able to take that that Shadow Ball, I'm sorry. And then I'm going to be able to switch out in my Fortress and just take Shadow Balls all day long. I do get the special defense drop. I'm not really sure if that mattered, but, you know, you just kind of go with it. You know, it's just one of those things. You just gotta play the game. So, I really wanted to predict a switch here, but I didn't want to over-predict this early in the game, so I just go for a safe layer of spikes. But he sends in his Magnezone here, and I do carry the Volt Change on this guy, so if he does set up a sub, I'm good to go. He can't kill me at all. But he just goes straight for the Hidden Power Fire and kills me off. I was 1 HP away from getting the sturdy advantage, but didn't happen. So that tells me right off the bat that he really doesn't want entry hazards up on his team. I just go into the Jolteon here just to scare him off, going for a Volt Change. He predicts that quite nicely, actually, and goes into his Peanut. Haha, I get it. But anyway, I switched to my Poly here, while he just sets up Stealth Rocks. And at this point in the game, I'm actually going to pause it here, because this was definitely one of the very key and pivotal points of the actual game. And I'm just going to take you through my thought process here. So I'm thinking one of 3 things is going to happen here. He's either going to, 1, stay in, spit away his rocks, or attack me. He's either going to switch out to take the Toxic, or he's going to switch into something that can counter Vaporeon quite well. And so in all of these various situations, I figured that switching my Uxie and tricking someone a Choice Scarf is going to be the best possible thing right now. And that's pretty much exactly what I do here. I switch into my Uxie, and then he actually switches out into his Rankarusu, which is exactly what I predicted would happen. He was going to switch out to take the Toxic, and that's perfect for me, because I'm able to switch in my Choice Scarf and essentially shut down one of his main sweepers. So at this point in the game, I am awesome right now. I've shut down one of his main Scarfers, I've shut down one of his main attackers, his Rankarusu setup attackers, and now I'm able to get up some Stealth Rocks, which is just awesome, because I see that he doesn't want to have any up. I just go straight for the U-turn here, just to break his balloon, and so that I can obviously get the switch advantage. I just go right back out here into my P-Cells Latios to do one of 2 things. So I can basically take any special attack that he's going to throw at me and then set up a screen, so that way all my other pokes can basically wall this thing to hell, which is fantastic. He does carry the Flash Cannon, so that's telling me that this guy's probably going to be like an all-out attacker with sub Flash Cannon, Hidden Power Fire, and then Thunderbolt. So I switched to my Lithium, who's actually going to be able to resist the Flash Cannon and take minimal damage from the Hidden Power Fire if he does dish that out. So I go for the Thunderbolt here, and this is my Specs Jolteon, so that will break the sub. And that is fantastic for me. He does go for the Hidden Power Fire, but with the screens up and Jolteon's like semi-good special defense, it's not going to break it. I predict the switch here into his Donphan and go right to my Vaporeon, and that's exactly what he does. He switches back into his Donphan. I make a great play on my part. That's awesome. And I'm in a great position right here. I figure that I can either Toxic something on the switch or just go for Boiling Water. I just go for Boiling Water just because I think he's going to predict the Toxic and switch into something that can take it, and it's just nice to get some damage off, and that's exactly what he does. Go for the Boiling Water. It does nothing because it like resists it by like, I don't know, like a lot. But he goes for the, I know that he's Scarfed, so I just go right for the Protect to just see what he's going to lock himself into, and he does go for the Hydro Pump, predicting my switch. But now that he's locked into that, he can't nail my Vaporeon. So I just go right for the Toxic. And even if he did bring in this thing, like, I mean, it really didn't matter, because he's also Scarfed. So I can just do this exact same thing that I did with the Rotom. I can just see what he does and go from there. So he locks himself into the Psycho Shock. And this is really the only standard set that I have on this team. This is just your regular old defense-invested Vaporeon. So he's actually going to have a higher defense than special defense. So I'm able to get that Wish Up. I'm going to be able to pass it off to my Uxie, who, even with the Stealth Rock damage, probably would have survived that Psycho Shock. But he switches out anyway into his Roomba Magnezone. And at this point, I decide that it's going to be a better move for me to switch him back a life orb because he doesn't. Because for two reasons. Because Uxie, especially a support Uxie like this, doesn't want to be taking extra damage. With Stealth Rocks up when he makes a U-turn, and a Mag Zone like this, since he doesn't have any other form of recovery, that's slowly going to wither him down. And I do get the crit on the U-turn there. I'm not really sure if that matters later on, but I'm pretty sure that it doesn't. I'm too lazy to do the damage calcs that come up here, but I'm positive that that really did not matter. So I do resist the Flash Cannon. I'm going to be able to take no damage from that. I just go straight for the Hidden Power Grass, because I don't want his Donphan or his Rotom to wall me, basically. And he switches out into his Donphan. I guess he didn't carry the Hidden Power, the Ice Shard, because he doesn't go for it. I'm able to just go straight for the Hidden Power Grass again, and take that guy right out, which is great for me. And so I'm thinking at this point that he doesn't really know what kind of hidden power this is, because he switches into his Rotom again, and at this point he definitely knows that this is Hidden Power Grass, because that is super effective, and that will kill him instantly. So that's great. So he switches into his Rankarusu. There's nothing I can do since Stealth Rocks is up, and it's just gonna kill me once I switch back in. So he just locks himself into Psycho Shock again. Probably his only attacking move. This is probably a support Calm Mind Rankarusu instead of one of those all-out attacking ones, even though we had a Life Orb, so we probably carries Recover and stuff like that. I'm able to get up a Wish. I'm gonna heal myself up, then pass that off to Uxie again, I believe. Or, you know what, I'm not really sure. Let's just find out, shall we? So, go for the Protect, just so, you know, obvious Protect is obvious. And at this point, my plan is to pass off a Wish into, I believe it's either my P-Cells or Uxie, so that I can start setting up to start sweeping the rest of his team. And I don't really know what other two pokes he has, but I really want this Vaporeon to be at the highest health possible, just in case something crazy comes up, and I can't kill him. So, switching my Latios here, get the Wish off, but he actually switches out into this, I think it's NN correct me on that if I'm wrong, but it's the third evolution of the 5th gen Fire Starter, which this guy is pretty cool. He has a really big attack and HP stat, and a lot of people don't really use him, but I think it's pretty good. Excuse me. I go for the light screen there, just in case he was mixed and had like some sort of crazy something rather, but he doesn't. And with the he goes for the Nitro Charge actually, which is really good on his part, and then he's gonna be able to outspeed me. Oh, I'm sorry, I put up the Reflect before, now I put up the light screen. My bad. So, with the Reflect up, his attacks really aren't going to do anything to me. And so at this point, I figured that I was really worried that he was going to be mixed with some sort of electric attack, because my main sweeper on this team is like Gyarados with Overconfidence. And I really just didn't want him to, like, you know, get that opportunity, so I just decided to go for the safe Draco Meteor, take him out. And then he switches into this thing, which is one of these like really fast, sneaky, ninja-looking bugs thing. And it's like, Murgh! So he does carry the Bug Jewel, which will basically rape my Latios. However, with the screen up, I am going to be able to live that and get a Memento off, which is fantastic for me, because now I can basically switch into my Gyarados without any fear of him being able to set up on me. So I basically got this game in the bag with his Gyarados, but he actually does carry the Life Gamble, which I'm like, oh crap, because for those of you who don't know what Life Gamble does, it basically kills your current poke, sort of like Explosion, but then it deals damage to your opponent equivalent to the HP that you just lost with your poke. So let's say you had like 300 HP and then you use that, then your opponent's Pokemon is going to lose 300 HP right off the bat. I do get the Dragon Dance up, and I am going to be able to Waterfall him since I do outspeed, even with his Choice Scarf, but he is going to be able to live that because these Rankarusos are usually invested in HP and defense, so, but I will be able to easily take him out with my Uxie, and that is good game right there, my friend. So, thanks a lot, you guys, for watching. Make sure to leave a comment. Just tell me what you liked, tell me what you didn't like. I'm always looking to improve. Constructive criticism is always nice. If you like me, make sure to come check out my channel. And thanks a lot, you guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Peace out.